Well, hello fans of Graviteam Tactics. So you guys basically saw, if you haven't seen, you should check out the last episode, what we plan to do at the end of that episode, and that's to attack Luganski. But it looks like the enemy has turned things around on us, and they are counterattacking with what looks like a massive infantry force. So we're back to another defensive battle here. Hopefully we do a good job, or have a good time anyway, and are able to beat the enemy back. I hope it works. Obviously, we're going to have to really put up those defenses and hold out again against another enemy attack. Let's see if we can get a victory, my friends. So look at this mess. There's no other way to put it. Now, the good news is we are close to Luganski. It's really, really close. It's right there, in fact, and so is Garani. These are two towns that are extremely important to our victory. So I'm going to be moving all of my tigers. I wish I had tigers. All of my martyrs over here on the border, and we're also going to move some men, just 2 men over here to watch, because remember last time the enemy got behind us? That wasn't very fun. We did well, but nonetheless, they definitely managed to kick our ass around a little bit. So we're going to set up here. We might go ahead and go for an attack. It's really up to us. We're trying to take Garani and Luganski, but taking it means moving forward with infantry we don't really have. We've got a few over here, but not too many. I think it'd be better to try and stay in the woods, wait for a Soviet attack, a total Soviet attack, and see if we can't hold out against another one and just lower their numbers, basically. Even with Heldrich, I think I want to put him, like, right there. Maybe, yeah, Heldrich doesn't have a tank, so he's basically by himself. In that case, I might just put him in the woods. But a lot of our guys do have tanks. We've got, of course, Lasser and Amon that still have Mausers. Not Mausers, Martyrs, excuse me. Wake up, Agrippa. And so we have 2 tanks. Yeah, not many. We're holding out against a major force. We may need to bring in reinforcements for the next part of the battle. But we've held out twice already. Let's see if we can hold out again, guys, and hope for the best. You know how this goes. We'll wait till the enemy attacks, and we're definitely going to await their attack and respond. We're being bombed again, guys. I don't know if you hear that whinnying of rounds, but you can see that there is another Soviet artillery attack. This happened to us in the last battle. Pretty amazing stuff. We're going to move these guys up to try and spot something. But they're definitely trying to smash us again with artillery. That's no fun, obviously. And with just 2 tanks here, and these are open-end tanks. Before we had Stug, so they were pretty much protected for the most part from artillery blast. These guys are not. If they hit the back of any of these martyrs, they could kill the crew easily. So we're dealing with not many men here to defend. I don't think Pister has a tank. At least they're missing. They're firing back here as far as I can see. And I'm hoping that's a good sign. We're going to go ahead and fast forward and hope we spot the enemy. Look at that. Look at that. We're fast forwarding right now, so not the greatest visual, because I don't want to just wait for a constant bombardment, but they're definitely trying to hit us here. And the only good news in this situation might be that they are missing completely. Of course, they could recalibrate those shots and smash us. So we're going to have to wait and see if that happens. What I'm really waiting for is for their infantry to attack, and I'm assuming they're going to attack after this massive bombardment. There we go. We've got some infantry, and our men are fighting. So now it's actually our infantry that are fighting back against these Soviets. It's nighttime, as you can imagine. Pretty scary fighting here. Keep fighting, boys. Keep fighting. We're at normal speed now, but this is how quickly things are happening. And they're actually managing to bombard their own positions. Here we go. They're getting right up on our men. Fight back, men. Oh, shit. Now, the only good news is that the artillery is hitting their own men. We can see a few of the enemy there. Look at that. They just got blown to bits. Nonetheless, we know that they're attacking over here. We're trying to hold out with this infantry, but this might be the first time the Soviets smashed through in this campaign. Dalin's got some infantry back here. Not much we can do about it. Let's try to bring in the martyrs. At this point, we know where they are, so we're going to bring in Elman and Ginter for a full-out attack here. We've got no choice. Just basically anybody that can fight needs to fight right now. And it looks like... what's this? Wow, the enemy captured one of our units. They're behind us. They're everywhere, guys. This is a true Soviet attack. They definitely got the best of us right here. I'm going to move Lasser forward. Look at that. Commissars all over the place here. Not commissars. We've been corrected on that already. See our men? Oh my god, he just got smashed by a grenade. Poor Dalin. Still got an AT gun here, and we're firing. We're using the AT gun against infantry units. And while that may not sound extremely effective, it's better than nothing. There's only one guy still manning that gun. Klemperer. Klemperer the Emperor. Alright, we're moving Ginther in here. And I'm actually going to take Iman, move him this way, because the enemy is just everywhere. So we've got one martyr here that might be able to put up a fight. Oh, never mind. There's no martyr there. There is no martyr. Luckily, our men are shooting at those Soviets in front of them, trying to get some good kills. Not bad. That's a good kill, but we need to get one of these tanks to head over here. So Lassar is moving that way. That means Eman has to move this way and try and stop whatever the hell the Soviets are doing here. This is the fastest attack we've seen from them. And Eman is going to have to do something, but it looks like he's pretty much in shock. He's not really moving. Come on, Eman. Don't be afraid to fight the enemy. Unless his track is off, which is possible after that artillery bombardment. No, I think he's good. Our men are being completely overrun here. They are putting up a hell of a fight. Even the tank crews here. I think he's in shock. Never seen this occur. Let's see if we could just fast move with him. Alright, so Lassar is also kind of holding off. Now, it does look like that artillery is also targeting them. So it could be our artillery, off-map artillery, maybe coming in and hitting the enemy positions. But they are definitely learning from their mistakes. Damn it, Amon. What's wrong with you, man? Amon, what's wrong with you? There we go. Worst pun ever. I think I just beat my record. No, he's not moving, man. He is not moving at all. We still got some tank crews over here as well as command crews trying to fight the enemy off. Nice grenade blast there. You could see here Gunther trying to stop the enemy. This might be a position where I'm actually better off running, but I think I want our men to fight to the very end. They're still holding on in the woods, but the Soviets are everywhere in this battle. See if Lassar can't see a damn thing, Lassar. He is moving towards the enemy, at least. That's a start. And you can see those bombardments are continuing, setting these woods on fire, guys. I mean, they keep bombarding these woods to try to get our men out of them. I mean, we learned a big lesson about coming to Lugansky. The woods are on fire, completely on fire. At least we can see a lot of Soviets out there. So I'm going to have our men target them. And the men in the woods have done surprisingly well at holding their positions, despite being under extreme fire, although as you can see, a lot of them are badly wounded. A lot of dead men over here, Soviets and Germans. Got one man manning that gun, though I don't think he can do much good. Got Dahlin over here, the rest of Dahlin's unit anyway. Emon is finally moving. There we go, Emon. Alright, so we need him to just basically focus fire on the enemy here. Oh, maybe he's not finally moving. It's just that the enemy is finally getting off in front of him, and they're still shooting. I mean, he's just shocked at this point. What's going on here? Lassar spotting some more enemy. Lassar, keep firing, man. Stay where you are and keep your position. So this is going to change our campaign a lot. Now we're actually in turn 4 of 7 of the campaign, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. You know, we're close to the end. But we may need to actually move infantry in here. Now, the good news, the only good news I can see, is that we haven't really seen many enemy tanks. We saw them in the beginning of the campaign, and we were able to kill a lot of them. So that's a good thing, obviously. And it looks like Lassar is trapped here in this damn hole. I'm going to try to get him out. But we didn't see enemy tanks, which means maybe we can bring in some of our infantry from behind the lines and deal with the Lugansky situation. But overall, this is rough. No way around it. Still got some men alive in these woods, though. They're just barely holding out. See what Gunther is doing. There we go. He's finally firing that machine gun. The damn Mauser, or Martyr, excuse me. His men are pretty terrified. Keep firing, Gunther. Kill these Soviet dogs. Mena, don't surrender. They will show no mercy to you. I promise you that. Oh boy. Gunther is dead. The men are still holding out, but just barely. And those artillery shells are non-stop. Vehicle lost? Oh boy. Okay, well that's just our gun. Eventually that guy was going to die. The flares are kind of illuminating what's going on. And at least, look at that. We've got Zimmer over here firing with his machine gun. We've got Amon even firing just barely. Could be a track issue here because I've never seen this occur. He doesn't have a command issue as far as I can see. Let's take a look here. There's a shell right in front of him that exploded. Maybe it knocked these guys out. Maybe they are just terrified to fight right now. It's not like they really have a choice, though. And you can see that the Soviets pretty much wiped our guys out over here with those constant artillery barrages. Can't wait to see what the actual casualty count is on the enemy side. I know we're going to have a massive one, but hopefully we killed a few of them. Looks like Lasser is firing away. Still getting some shots off. But the driver is dead. Lasser's driver is dead, guys. Or the gunner, perhaps. Somebody's dead there in that right seat. Oh, he's retreating. No, don't retreat, Lasser. Could be the continuous artillery fire. That was a hit right directly on him. It's definitely going to knock him out. Oh, the guy's back. Now the guy on the left is wounded. Lasser has got to keep up the fight. There's a lot of enemy commanders in this area. At least we know that. But it looks like that red on the machine gun probably means the machine gun is not going to work. And that's another hit on our guys. Looks like an anti-tank hit. And that's a vehicle lost. Yeah, Lasser's finished. Completely. These are dead men. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, Lasser. Poor Lasser. Look at that. Look at that. At least they have a Viking funeral here, but they are dead. More massive exploding shells coming in. You know, we haven't done this since, at no part in this campaign have we surrendered. And I think we're going to have to run. We're going to have to try and run, save what we can, but there's not really much to save. We got so far with these men, but at this point, they're dead. You know, our entire group here is dead. We're still getting some shots off, incredibly, with some of our men. Very, very brave group we have here. But I think the enemy finally kicked our ass. This may be the first battle where they just straight up just defeated us altogether. And I'm sure the artillery had something to do with it. Wow, look at that. Zimmer's still alive. We're lucky that they accidentally kind of shot themselves. And it looks like Amon is firing. So it's got to be a track issue because he's firing. He's able to shoot. He's just not able to move. I don't see any damaged tracks personally. But at the same time, we don't know what's going on in here. I mean, could be a dead driver. Could be an engine problem. Oh, that's definitely... He doesn't look good. He's got some blood on him. He could be dead. I think eventually here we're going to have to accept a retreat. Just look at all those Soviets moving up. Here's Dallin. Our men are popping flares, but to no avail, really. Look at that battlefield. That is unbelievable. That's all the shells we've taken since the start of this battle. And even though they missed us initially, they finally found the target. They zeroed in. They set those woods on fire. and just utterly annihilated us. And there we go. That's a ceasefire. The enemy's asking for a ceasefire. I mean, I've never been so happy to accept one. At the same time, the fact they're asking for a ceasefire makes me a little concerned because we've still got Gunther here, and he's still firing away. I mean, we have men that are willing to fight, kind of at the far reaches of the battlefield. And I'm thinking maybe we try to take out as many of the Soviets as we can before accepting the ceasefire. But look at that. They're bringing in more artillery to kill the men still hanging out here like Dahlan. There's still a few of our men alive, and there's just constant explosive rounds. This might be white phosphorus. I'm not sure. Oh, Dahlan's dead. Dahlan's dead. Totally dead there. This is the true fall of the Germans. Yeah, he's a dead man. So I think the enemy asking for a ceasefire is a pretty friendly thing, although they're definitely targeting their own men accidentally with these constant artillery shells, because there's definitely Soviets in that forest. But you could see those explosions going on off left and right. Zimmer is getting some good shots here, but he's all the way back here. Let's take a look. His group is doing fine. Wow, look at that. It's almost a work of art. That's Soviet artillery. Eman, why won't you move, Eman? I think you guys are scared. Don't blame you, though. Gunther just got killed. More enemy contact. Over here now they're coming up on our men. They're coming up on Vendinger and, of course, Zimmer, the only guy that's still alive, the only real unit that still is putting up a good fight. The Russen kommen. Don't surrender, boys. You'll all get an Iron Cross for this if you can hold them off. And believe it or not, they're getting some decent shots. Some of those obviously hitting in the land in front of them. But look at that Mauser shot. He may have just gotten a kill with that one. Oh boy. Now we're getting hit from the Garani position. Yeah, we've got to do the right thing. Although Eman is still getting shots off, see? He's firing over there at that Garani position. And I'm thinking maybe we just keep it going, basically. See how far we can get. And Heldrick, just a tank crew here. There's no actual tank. He's the only guy alive in these burning woods. Look at this. This is a fucking massacre. This is a fucking massacre. Look at that, man. Hardcore. That is seriously hardcore right there. Our boys are toast. Literally. They are toast. You could put them on... You could put some freaking mayonnaise on them and have a sandwich. I mean, this is unbelievable. So, at the same time, the enemy asked for the ceasefire. Oh, they found us. They found us. They're firing on Zimmer now. Shells coming in on Zimmer's position. It's all over now, boys. They've got some serious spotters there at the town of Lugansky. But I'd rather these guys die a hero's death than just run away at this point. Let them waste their shells. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh my gosh, we are under fire. No shit, man. Now Zimmer's getting smashed. Yeah, we're going to accept that ceasefire. I can't let my men die like this. Most of them are dead anyway, but holy hell did we get a lesson in humility here from the Russians. Don't take too much land, or we will take it back. And Zimmer was just killed. The commander was just killed. That's a shell shot right on Zimmer. He's done, guys. He's finished. Eman is still around somehow. I don't know how. But we want to take a look here and let the battle end. See what these casualties are going to look like. Holy crap. Incredibly, it's a draw. We lost 28 men killed, 34 men heavily wounded. The enemy lost 24 men killed, 25 heavily wounded. I'm willing to bet that a good portion of those men lost on the enemy side, a good portion, have to do with friendly fire, which is unbelievable. I do want to view the battle statistics, primarily because I want to see how the hell this tank died, essentially. And things have changed since the update, which is kind of weird, because before we could see the battle stats pretty up close and personal. Now, yeah, we can see the burning tanks, but we're not seeing penetration or anything like that. We could see, though, finally, so this is what happened during the update. Now we can see the dead men, but only after the battle. Now, that's interesting. I don't know if I agree with it, but I'll accept it. So we can see that a lot of Soviets over here were dead. Let's see if we have any dead Soviets over here. Well, over here in the burning woods. Oh, shit, yes. I told you they bombed themselves. Look at this. Look at all these dead Soviets. A lot of dead Soviets over here. No, no, sorry. That's our men. So now the grade up. They don't show us the dead Soviets. What the hell? I don't like that. Maybe they do. Let's get closer on these positions. So they do. So now they've mixed in our casualties with enemy casualties. See, I'm not crazy about that. That's with the new update. You can see all those gray dots represent dead men, both us and the enemy. So when they bombed the hell out of that forest, they definitely killed some of their own men. We can see a lot of Soviet troops all over the place here, just basically encroaching on our positions. And yeah, we got our asses kicked, period. A draw? No, it's not a draw. That's a loss. Let's take a look at the map and see what happened. Alright, so that's it, guys. Those guys got wiped out, and interestingly enough, our next battle is going to be an attack north of Lugansky. Hopefully not against any of those artillery positions, but we got a machine gun group, we've got a lot of infantry, well, 1 truck convoy and 2 platoons, not a lot of infantry. So we're going to be doing our best in the next attack to offset this. Now, the good thing is we have most of the victory points here. So I'm thinking we probably should have done what I thought we should have done initially and just stayed put. We tried to attack. Not a great idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at the full casualties list. So far we've got 110 heavily wounded, 50 wounded, 93 killed. The enemy has 220 killed, 26 wounded, 169 heavily wounded, and 14 captured and missing. We only have 1 prisoner. That's our first prisoner during that battle that surrendered to the enemy. I don't think they're going to be very friendly with him, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Patreon, or donate to Patreon if you can. We're only asking for $2 a month. If you can do that and you care about the channel, it means so much, guys. So thank you for watching. Take care and have an awesome, awesome day.